What's happening, guys? Joe Clem 15 coming at you again, giving you my response on the Amir Khan, Lamont Peterson fight that I just watched over here at work. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I've been ducking this prediction mainly because of the reasons that you saw tonight. I've been on the fence on this one. I'd be leaning towards one guy, then leaning towards the other one. Ultimately, I probably was leaning more towards Amir Khan more because I thought to myself, there's no way that Lamont's gonna come away with a decision in a close fight, and I didn't think that Lamont was gonna knock out Amir Khan. Uh, So as we know, Amir Khan has trouble with making adjustments. He fades in the later halves of fights. He can't fight to the body. Well, excuse me. He can't take pressure to the body, or just pressure, period, as we saw from the Maidana fight. He overcame some things, but it wasn't a tactical thing. He overcame the Maidana fight with stamina and some heart. Uh, what I saw in this fight was Amir Khan getting off to a fast start. His speed, his stamina is incredible. It's hard to overcome or match it by trying to overcome it by trying to match it. You have to put pressure on that ass. Lamont started to come forward, started to go to the body. After a while, Amir Khan started to get frustrated, and even though Peterson doesn't really hit that hard, the accumulation of body punches, they're going to wear you down no matter what. They're going to get you a tad bit slower. Then all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself pushing off. Amir Khan got warned several times for pushing off. I don't want to hear any excuses from nobody. The points deserve to be taken off. The referee was very fair about it. When Amir was pushing off, he was sapping himself from energy. See, this is what happens when you don't have an inside game. Amir Khan, he was trying to tie him up, but quite often he found himself pushing him off, pushing him off. When you push off like that in a fight, when you're pushing off from pressure, it gets your arms tired. It's like doing reps. It's like doing push-ups. It slows you down. So Amir Khan, man, I don't know what Alex Ruiz is doing, but Amir Khan's stamina is incredible. Him and Manny Pacquiao, because with the kind of pressure that Lamont was putting on, and the amount of punches that Amir Khan was throwing for such a long period of time, missing and getting picked off, I was impressed on how Amir Khan was still just kind of reluctant, just to like not wear down completely. He came back, and his second win was incredible too. I felt like he finished the fight with really good energy for what was going on in the fight. But again, the pushing, the grabbing, you can tell this guy did not want to be in there on the inside. Anytime Amir Khan's fighting another boxer, and by boxer I don't mean like somebody who takes part in the sport. I'm talking about somebody who's the style of a boxer, a slick boxer. He's gonna eat them alive if they don't have an inside game. Paulie Malignaggi, Zab Judah, who else? I'm sure there's others, but anybody he's fighting with a slick boxer style, boxer puncher style, if they don't fight well on the inside, they're not going to be able to match him um, with speed and production. The best thing you can do is have great timing, but right now I don't see anybody. You have to have great timing for the kind of speed that Amir Khan has. Uh, I thought this was a really good night for boxing because it it displays that anything can happen on any given night. I was for sure thinking to myself, when this thing went to the scorecards, they're going to give it to Amir Khan because he brings in more money, and it's unarguably a close fight, so it's going to go to the more popular fighter. Um, I felt like the scorecards were as close as they needed to be. For anybody who, the knockdown early, it's kind of wishy-washy. I didn't really feel it was a knockdown, but I can understand why somebody might technically call it a knockdown. I could understand that argument, but to me, I don't think he deserved 2 points off that round anyway. So the penalties kind of canceled out any kind of argument right there. Canceled it out. And from what I saw in the fight, Lamont, see, I don't know if you guys remember, but in my post-fight for the Marquez and Pacquiao fight, I disagreed with Letterman's notion of what effective aggression was. I thought there was a difference in the kind of aggression Pacquiao was using towards Marquez. I didn't feel like that was as effective as Lamont Peterson's effective aggression. I don't think Lamont should be getting credit, a whole bunch of credit, just because he was simply the aggressor in this fight. His aggression was effective. effective aggression should be heavily favored in this fight, and so was ring generalship. Even though Amir Khan could go in and out of shots at times, a lot of times Amir Khan found himself on the ropes where he did not want to be, because every time he got there, he either had a pull on the neck, push down, push away, armpit hug, everything he could do, because he said, I can't handle this. I don't want to be on the inside. This guy, Amir Khan, I really like him, but he really needs to work on his inside game, and he really needs to stay focused. He probably learned a lot from this fight. I think he's going to still progress as a fighter. He's still young, but he needs to develop his inside fighting skills, because if he fights a pressure fighter who's with good footwork, because again, Lamont's not, Maidana is kind of is flat-footed. He's a little bit, his foot movement is slower. Tonight you saw Lamont Peterson as a boxer with an inside game. He has good athleticism, and he's not going to have his feet stuck in sand. He's going to be able to cut off the ring. He's going to be able to move along with Khan. He's going to be able to dance with him as he comes closer to him. Khan has to make some kind of adjustment to that. Not an in-fight adjustment, but a career adjustment. Before he peaks, he needs to become a better inside fighter, because he's going to have to deal with people who are either really, really good pressure fighters or boxers who have a good inside game. So with that being said, he doesn't need to be worried about Mayweather right now. He shouldn't have been worrying about him before, because he looked like he was off focus coming into this fight. Now you see, you think that people like Floyd, or even people in other sports, you think they're being jerks when they're asking you not to question them, ask them about something that's potential in the future, as opposed to what's happening now. If you have an opponent, if you have a team, if you have anything coming up that's next, your focus needs to be on that, and not what can potentially happen, because if you don't focus on what's in front of you, you underestimate it. It happens. But that's my take on it. I'll be very interested to see what happens. I would like to see a rematch, but I actually, because I know what fight would not happen. The fight that would not happen is Amir Khan and Eric Morales, because again, Khan may or may not move up to 147, but he said he wants to move up. Now he might stay to get a rematch, but I would like to see Eric Morales fight Lamont Peterson, simply because I think that the belts could be, it's another unification match. And Tim Bradley, it'll be interesting to see how he gets in the mix. Maybe him and Tim can square off, and well, I guess that's not going to happen, because I forgot that Tim Bradley's with Bob Arum. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in that super lightweight division. But anyway, those are my takes on it. Joe 15 signing out. Peace.